Well, good evening. I'm Sheree Skipson. Today, Mayor Cantrell announced an emergency declaration to deal with this excessive heat. According to the Orleans Parish Coroner, there have been 6 heat-related deaths just this year. And New Orleans EMS says heat-related calls for help have quadrupled this year compared to last. Now, the mayor, along with other department heads, they spoke about this declaration, or what this declaration will allow the city to do and what will be implemented to keep people safe. Eleanor Tabone was there and has tonight's top story.
What we're doing here as a city, taking the necessary precautions so that we can respond in real time and as necessary.
This August is on track to be one of the hottest on city record. New Orleanians know summers in the southeast can be brutal, but summer temperatures this high, as the mayor says, are unprecedented.
We're in the midst of hurricane season, but now in the month of our critical times as we face hurricanes, tropical storms, or weather inclements that come our way.
We are in hurricane season, so the biggest concern for emergency workers is preparedness.
In the event of a major or catastrophic hurricane, any significant power utility disruption while under these extreme heat conditions will likely greatly increase the likelihood of injury or death, especially among the elderly, the young, and the vulnerable, due to heat-related illness.
Colin Arnold with the New Orleans Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness says if severe weather comes our way during this heat wave, evacuation needs to be at the top of everyone's minds.
Evacuation decisions will have to be made taking into account utility disruptions. Decisions will have to be made early.
The Health Department is taking steps to ensure the mistakes made after Hurricane Ida aren't ever repeated.
What our nursing home and elderly living facilities ordinances will do with this activation is mandate daily check-ins with our staff to update us on the condition of the buildings and of their residents. They have to know who is there and make sure they can account for folks.
I think it's time for us to have a more holistic plan when it comes to air conditioning, particularly with this heat right now.
City Councilman Joe Giarrusso says NOPD, NOFD, the libraries and now criminal court have all had issues with AC. He says there are 4 courtrooms in criminal court without AC. The councilman says this needs to be fixed ASAP.
When you start hearing that's at so many different city properties and buildings, I think we need a full-scale review.
The mayor says her declaration will open emergency contracting to make these repairs.
It is truly a reflection, I would say, of decades of a lack of routine maintenance on many of our buildings in the city of New Orleans. That is a reality, and when you disinvest, you end up here.
Eleanor Tabone, Eyewitness News.
We want to remind you to stay out of the sun if possible, drink plenty of water and wear a hat, check on your loved ones. And if you see someone experiencing a medical emergency, you're asked to call 911.